offensive passes. And today, I must say that their players up front contributed a lot to the 3 point that they got today. And credit to Yusif. Excellent goals, excellent brace. And for me, this was a very, very good win, and they deserve it. The way the plan set up, I think that you can't say the better team did not win the game today.
Nanedu, I can't think of anyone winning the man of the match other than Yusif with the brace that he scored up. Both goals, beautiful, and both goals could even contend for goal of the season.
2 good goals from Razak Yusif, and I think he has added a lot to this Olympics team. So once he has been able to score that 2 important goals for Great Olympics, I agree with you that he should be the man of the match for today's game. And you can see something that's working for them up front. With the inclusion of Awaku and Yusif into the Olympics lineup, something that's working up front for them. And that pass from their defensive midfielder did a lot of work for the Olympics team. And so important win for them. Starting the second round, out of 6 possible points, Olympics with 6 points, a massive win for them.
2 wins out of 2. That is massive.
Absolutely, yes. Looking at the teams that you are fighting the relegation battle with them, this Bofakwatano and of course against House of Lions, these are teams that you'll be fighting the relegation battle with them. So when you're able to get 6 points out of these 2 games, it's a good win for Jimmy Kobla. He's a good coach, and I think he's getting the best out of these players. He's working with them. Most of these Ghanaian players, they struggle with the 3-back system.
Yeah.
But it looks like the Great Olympics team is working for them. Gripman and all these players around the back 3 is working for them. And when you have Ashikwe and Christopher Nete, rich experience, Nete playing for Asante Kotoko, having experience in the local league in the last 4 years, Ashikwe, one of the young players who have passed through the round from our junior side, now a key player in the Olympics team, together with Razak Yusif, Razak Kasim, the defensive midfielder. It got to a time he was a starter in the Black Galaxy, and he has been consistent in that particular position for Olympics Football Club. So as the main pivot with 2 attacking-minded players around him, he's doing the trick for Olympics. So a great win for them to get a 2-0 win against Heart of Lions.
Felix, I know defeat can be damaging to every side, especially a team like Heart of Lions who are trying to move out of the relegation zone. But I'm sure their head coach, Bashir Hayford, would look at himself in the mirror and say, I came up against a great Olympics team that is full of experience, and that is what my boys like. He will not be too hard on himself.
Yes, and honestly, I think that they played against a very experienced and a better team. But today, if you have any department of their team to blame, I think the defense has to take blame for this particular defeat, especially Robin Hennessy. He was very, very poor in this particular game. The way they defended the opening goal, the way they defended the second goal, it was very, very bad. And if you are a team that wants to survive the drop, you need to be defensively, solid, and that is what they failed to do this afternoon. But let's not take anything away from Yusif Abdul Razak. His second game for Great Olympics, he has 2 goals. Excellent, way to start your Olympic career. But I must say that I was a bit disappointed in the way Heart of Lions defended today. I don't think they really troubled Great Olympics in any way. I didn't see Benjamin Asari making any superb save or being put under a lot of pressure. It was because they used a lot of experience. They defended very, very well. They defended in numbers, and they created a better opportunities than Heart of Lions. And when they scored 2 quality goals. So they deserve to pick up the 3 maximum points.
Now they do Heart of Lions, yeah.
It looks like, gradually, Oyin Huepie as the best goalkeeper in the local scene. Another clean sheet in the game like that. I think in the first one, out of the games that we played, almost half of them, he had a clean sheet in the first one. Second round, 2 games already against the relegation threatened teams, and already 2 clean sheets in 2 crucial games for Olympics. And I think gradually he's becoming the best goalkeeper in the local scene, and I'm happy for him. When you look at his height, the way he controls his back 3, at least he's gotten that leadership quality as a goalkeeper, and it's helping the Olympics team. So I'm happy for Benjamin Asari.
Sometimes consistency is very, very important. In the first season he came to Great Olympics, he was involved in 13 games. Last season he was involved in 26 games, and now this is his 19th game of the season.
If the first season he was fighting that particular position with Stephen Kwaku.
Yes, but he has built his confidence, and now he's the number 1 and a goalkeeper. And I'm very, very sure very soon he'll start knocking on doors of the national team. But I think that he contributed a lot in how well Great Olympics have fared in this particular game. He wasn't under pressure. When he needed to calm them down, he did that. So solid goalkeeping from Benjamin.
If we're considering a local goalkeeper for our Blasters now, in which all the time, I think out of the 3 goalkeepers, at least one of them should be from the local league. Benjamin Asare is a key candidate for that particular position in the Blaster. And when you look at the height and the confidence inside the post, Kofi Ban is not bad, Freddy Asare is not bad, but I think Benjamin Asare has been consistent in recent times in the local scene. So I think it was good to be part of the 55-man squad, but looking at how he's performing well for Great Olympics, I will not be surprised the next Blaster call-up, he may get a call-up.
Now, that issue about clean sheets sometimes can be debatable, and I've heard a lot of debates about that. Like what you just said today, he didn't make any massive save in there. The defense in front of him made sure that they sweep everything. I mean, a goalkeeper doesn't make enough saves, keeps a clean sheet.
Mutala,
the dynamics,
the evolution of the game is changing.
Okay.
And that is a fact. People are bringing in statistics. We are bringing in a whole lot of things into the game. If you are judging strikers by the number of goals they are scoring, goalkeepers will tell you that they should also be judged on the clean sheet.
Yeah.
But you as a goalkeeper can't keep a clean sheet all the time without the support of your defense. So it's a bit, it's a broader topic, but at the same time, you also, there are coaches who will tell you that I want a ball playing goalkeeper. You understand? So there are other characteristics that other coaches are looking out for in the goalkeeper. So let's not take anything away from him. When he concedes goals, I'm sure we will talk about it. So if he's making saves, I think we should give him the
fellas, I think
credit.
sometimes to Oshe teams obviously, to me fair clean sheet and the kind of passes someone gives to judge the person, because some teams almost strength is that area. For example, when you look at a team like Man City Football Club, you can have a defender or a goalkeeper or a midfielder, but to make more passes than a player playing for maybe Nottingham Forest, Man United, Aston Villa. It's because of the system and the shape of the Man City team. So when you bring those things into consideration as to choosing who is the best goalkeeper, who is the best passer, who is the best striker, you take all those things into consideration. Maybe a player like, Manuel Akanji, a player like Jasko Badio will pass a lot as a defender. It doesn't mean he's a quality central defender, like a defender who is defending for Tottenham Hotspur like Christian Romero or Van de Ven. So when it comes to the local scene, Benjamin Asare, more clean sheets, much more than most of the goalkeepers. But maybe when you remove Benjamin Asare and put him in maybe a Samates, Adriana Stars, Brecum Chelsea, Bechem United goal post, you may not see the same kind of clean sheet or performance in those posts. So I think sometimes the stats and those things can be deceptive. But I think for Benjamin Asare in the Olympics team, he has done a great job this particular season.
In all that, we shouldn't also take away the fact that, if you are a striker, your duty is to score goals. If you are a goalkeeper, your duty is to make saves.
Attacking midfielder, your duty is assist.
Yes, and that what we would traditionally say about the department of football. But now, yes, you are trying to add the stats and all that. It brings out a lot of other aspects of the game. And the
that is where we go into the saves per game shot
ratio
ratio.
When you look at our local league, for example, Okwe Greekman, Setre are in front of Olympics. They've not considered a lot of goals. But when you are setting up a local Blasters or you are looking for the best sectoral defenders in the local scene, I think players like Nuruddin, players like Kelvin Osiesibi, players like Razak Simpson will come tall ahead of all these players. But you ask yourself, why is it that Olympics concede more goals, but their defenders are not making the list? So sometimes it depends on the system and the shape of the team.
So there are lots of dynamics that come to play, as Felix Roma said there. But let's go back to the Soga Copper Wafa Park, because the coaches after the game have something to tell us.
Commiserations.
Thank you very much.
Before the game, I asked you if you were going to prioritize performance or results. Unfortunately, you couldn't come up with all 3 points. But are you impressed with your boys' performance this afternoon?
The performance is not bad, only that I told you from the beginning that the only disadvantage is the wind. If I have my way, and maybe, fortunately, we are not playing here again, maybe another team will choose here. If this place were to be my home, I will pick here for about 1 weekend trip, because it is very difficult to play against the wind and even for the wind. But all the same, you saw the first goal. The second goal, it bounced and then it changed position. And it's difficult, but I think the boys have done very well.
Tactically, what do you think didn't work right for you? Because we saw how resolute the Great Olympics defense were this afternoon.
Yes, because of the goals scored by Olympics, you cannot say anything because somebody might think that they played better than us. But we played very well. Only that the 2 goals were something that separates us. But I have to still work on my finishing. I have to work on my strikers, you know. This time it is very difficult to get strikers, and those we have are those we are working on. Because, you know, you remember they played 14 matches without a win. The same strikers, and I'm trying to work it something around it until maybe the season ends. We have to make do with those we have, and then we also. I'm still going to polish them and see what God can do for us.
This is your 6th game in charge, and you've amassed 10 out of a possible 18 points. Which areas do you think your team needs to improve
That's
going into the rest of the game?
strikers. The strikers need to improve. You know, when we talk of the qualities of a striker, I have a problem. But there are strikers now that I'm working on, and I want to push some qualities into them. Maybe by the 10th game. I might see, because training is all about improvement. So I want to see how they can improve their goal scoring and even in general finishing. So we'll work on that.
Your next game is against RTU at home. What are you expecting from that game?
Oh, you know, every coach is expecting a win. And once we are playing home, it is Ghana that you say home and home and home. And even if you can play well, you say it's not home. Away, something. But we'll manage because it's our ground. So we'll go there and train on our field, so that we'll be conversant with the terrain, and then we'll see how we can play that match. We are hoping for a win anyway because we are in we are in a rescue mission, and the more you draw points, the more they push you under the water. So we'll go and do well.
Thank you very much. Better luck next time.
Thank you too.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, my brother.
A good day at the office, and you're full of smiles. What do you think worked right for you this afternoon?
I think our tactics worked right. The boys were so disciplined tactically. They know where to move to when we lose the ball. And so you could see the opponent were doing a lot of playing with the ball. Then we stay back and we get it, we do what is most important.
But then tactically, we saw how you deployed Abdul Razak as the lone striker with 5 men in midfield. Was that how you wanted to play? Because you gave possession to Heart of Lions throughout the game.
Yeah, because we've used that throughout the week. We rehearsed, and it worked. We play a game, it was at the top. We got 4 goals, and we said, look, it will work for us. Let's take it into the game. We got different tactics we played at Sunyani. Yeah.
Prior to the game, you spoke about the fact that you are lacking in the attacking department, where you don't have Michael Osei, Michael Yeboah couldn't feature. Have you been impressed with what you saw today? And you think you have the antidote to your problems now?
We're praying that by next week, Michael Osei will come. And so, because as you can see, we expect Amwa to join Yusif when he's with the ball, but he's always far. And I think that's what we have to work on. But we believe that with Michael, who is a very forceful and good runner, when he comes, it will work for us.
Finally, about Gladson Awako, he looked a bit rusty, but did he impress you on the day?
Very, very. Very, very. If you see, we took him to Sunyani, he did not come at all. But in the training game, we gave him a whole 90 minutes and realized that, look, the guy is ready, let's start him. And so I think it was good today.
All right, congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Abdul Razak, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yama, man of the match. Who share 2 goals? But Obeka said, and the performance we against Heart of Lions, your best game at Great Olympics.
So far, the derby. About matches, manya good days in game way. Game way, na me cram expect say we share 3 and 4. So the way about the ever funny sir, because 2 goals cry easy. So we share 2 goals. So far, the win the best game. So me share more games to win. Per se, me improve it because game way abono. Although a good game, so per se. May reach to some level be for CCR.
Osha na speed ukita no Emma Heart of Lions defense no omocho because unya ball na ukita ball na no muntiminji and nebo awene.
So far, me show mu videos because I say no mbebo. Me show mu videos. Me who omu defenders no. Omu sheda any speed papa. Ba ko kra me ne nebo. Eti me catch me colleagues and say the bit where I say they were although out of flyers are the possession in your mobile. And say, I say, more can't more speed or money speed. Into a modern for born into a woman, no more to Amia. Or the moon share may and dear woman. And that's me about what I should to go.
Second goal now, Shano, Cheremy, born neighbor, no, because born if deep and a neighbor, but control it, Cheremy, then I'll then an hour drink time and a born neighbor.
So far, a idea, Metaye, and your first time in a Michigui. From any favor, me my calculate. It's me board, who's a would keep a chedi or say, Utubo, Ubenya, good balance, and your good direction I should go. And then the boy me to be share.
Finally, what be solve Great Olympics almost striking issues no. Una what solve ya mwana.
Oh, so far the never na solve here because we share Michael say last season many nine boy. Or do a praka crab but team no. It's
Not a surprise there with the performance that Abdul Razak Yusif exhibited today. No better person could have won the most valuable player in this game than him. There, full of smiles and very confident. I'm sure Great Olympics are extremely delighted with his form and they would want to see him carried out throughout the season. Now, let's take a look at the next 5 games that each club will be playing. It's very, very important that we know the next 5 games of Great Olympics because they would have to travel and go and face Baby Gold Stars at the Dance Park before they take on Kerala United at home. They will also play Accra Lions away from home. Then Ediana Stars at home before they take on Nations FC. Now, Nedu, how many points do you think Olympics can pick from this?
I went to Baby Gold Stars. I don't think Olympics will win that game. It's a lose for Great Olympics. Home against Kerala, I'll give them a win. Away against Accra Lions, tough game, but I think Olympics can do something in that game against Accra Lions. I'll give them a draw in that game. Home against Ediana Stars, I'll give them a draw against Ediana Stars again. And of course, away against Nations FC is a lose for Olympics. So in this particular 5 games, they can get at least 7 or more points in this game.
Okay, so 7 or more points in this game, and there that is for Great Olympics. Let's look at that of Heart of Lions. They are on a mission to survive. That is what their coach Bashir Hereford says, that they are in survival mode. That is what they are doing. The next game would be to take on a Real Tamale United at the Pando Stadium before they take on Bofuakwatano away from home, and they play Heart of Folk away from home. That is a big game. It will be played maybe at the Accra Sports Stadium, we don't know yet. Maybe any Gold Stars would be next after Heart of Folk, and that will be at home. Then they take on Kerala United, probably, more likely, in Lelgu. Felix.
Well, I look at these fixtures and I can tell you that they'll pick the maximum point from their home games against RTU and Bibiani Gold Stars. I don't see them picking up the remaining points from the games against Bofo, Hearts of Folk, and then Kerala away. It will be a very difficult, task for them. But trust me, at the Pando Sports Stadium, they should be able to pick up the home wins against RTU and Bibiani Gold Stars.
I think they can get 5 points out of these games.
Okay. So why are they drawing?
A win for them against RTU, a draw against Bibiani Gold Stars in Pando, a draw against Bofuakwatano in Sunyane. I think they will get those kind of results in their game. Away lose against Kerala, and away lose against Hearts of Folk.
Okay, so those are the next 5 games that Heart of Lions will be playing. The coverage of the Ghana Premier League will continue tomorrow. 2 games down and a lot more to go. So let's go through the fixtures coming up. So we started yesterday where Kumasi Asante Kotoko got a 1-0 scoreline against Gold Stars, and Great Olympics, Abdul Yusif scoring twice for them as they also defeated Heart of Lions today. Tomorrow, our coverage will continue as will be at the Nana Kroamansa Park, where in Swaterman would come up against Heart of Folk. Then there's Brekum Chelsea against Kerala. Legon Cities at the OWAC will come up against Accra Lions. Samatex will face Nations FC. Then on Monday, RT will take on Bofuakwa. Dreams FC's game against Bechem United has been postponed, as well as Mediama's game against Indiana also postponed. So tomorrow, the focus is at the Nana Kroamansa Park in Swatraman against Heart of Folk is the game that we'll be showing you live on your screens there. So these are the fixtures coming up in match day 90. Let's look at the standings before we check out of the studios. So lots of the teams have not played their match, the 19 games. It will be honored tomorrow. But Samatex are fairly on top of the league table with 35 points. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they lie second with 32 points. Ediana are third with 30 points. In Swataman, who will be playing Heart to Folk tomorrow, Eric Alagidede Wakasasa. They will put Heart to Folk to the sword. So let's see how that one goes. But they have 30 points and are fourth on the table. Nations FC have dropped to fifth with 27 points. Great Olympics, after today's win, find themselves sixth on the table with 27 points. That is the power of 3 points in the Ghana Premier League. Brecum Chelsea, they are seventh with 27 points. Bichem United are eighth with 26 points. And Mediema are ninth with 25 points. They have 2 games in hand. That is the top half of the table. Let's look at the other half of the table. The other half of the table have Heart of Folk who will be playing tomorrow, lying 10th with 24 points. Legon Cities are 11th with 24 points as well. Dreams FC, they are 12th with 22 points. Baby Any Gold Stars find themselves at 13th with 21 points. Karela are 14th with 20 points. And Accra Lions lie precariously above the relegation zone. Currently, they are 15th with 20 points. The last 3 teams in the Ghana Premier League table are Heart of Lions was 16th with 18 points, but Fatano are 17th with 18 points. And Real Madrid United are right bottom of the Premier League table at 18 with 17 points. Let's remind before we go, just 3 points for Great Olympics, and they are moved into the top half of the table.
Well, if you look at the league table, just 3 points separate the team that is 10th and then 16th on the league log. So it's very, very tight. It's very, very, very tight. Even with some matches, it's not a done deal for them. There are a lot of games still to be played. We have about 15 more matches after this match week. So it tells you that there's still a lot of games to play. Hearts of Oak, should they beat Swatrema tomorrow, they will move somewhere around the Great Olympics position on sixth. So there are still a lot to play for, but I'm loving the way it's shaping up, and I'm just praying that it will still as competitive throughout the second round, so we get a winner, and then we see which teams get relegated.
Okay, so this is where we call it a wrap with our coverage today. I've told you that tomorrow we will be back in the same seats as we bring you that match from the Nana Kramansa Park. In Swataman, we'll be coming up against Heart of Folk. Can Heart of Folk continue the form that they've started with in the second round? In Swataman, Eric Alalgedede, the general manager of Swataman, will say definitely they are going to beat Hearts at the Nana Kramansa Park. So join us tomorrow as we bring you that one. 2 p.m. we will be sitting to deliberate on how things will go. Then 3 p.m. the game kicks off. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Thanks to Nana Edu and thanks to Felix Rumak as well for always being here and serving Ghana football. And thanks to you at home for always choosing Star Times and Max TV. Let's all strive to make Ghana football rise to a high standard. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. Till we meet tomorrow, it's au revoir. Bye-bye.